Hey guys, what's going on? Joel's back with another reasoning session yet again, and today we're going to be doing things a little bit differently actually. Today we're going to be looking at what happens when we go in and actually translate some of the proper names and some of the actual terms that are usually left untranslated in the text, but when we translate them, guess what? A whole new meaning comes to life.
Come now and let us reason together. Come now, we can talk it over.
So I'm just going to be barely scratching the surface on this one. I mean, there are so many names and so many places that are just all the meanings of these words are profound, and the depth of this subject itself is just so profound. Like, I have no time to get into the real meat of the subject in this episode, so I'm just going to give you guys a brief overview, just a sliver of information, just to maybe whet your appetite and see, because this stuff has been hiding in front of our eyes all along. It's right there in black and white, but it's left untranslated. And when left untranslated, guess what? The meaning is not there for us. And the passage in question that I want to bring to light is actually the genealogies of Adam listed in Genesis 5. Now, if we go through all the names of these people and actually translate what their names mean, a whole story comes to life, and we're going to be covering that in this video. So we start off with Adam, or Adam in Hebrew, and the word means, first and foremost, it's derived from the word for earth, or actually Adam literally means red, but by extension, it literally means the red man, or the human, the man that's made from the dirt, the humus man. And then we come down to Seth, or Shet in Hebrew, and this name means compensation or substitute, because it's when Havel, or Abel in English, was murdered by his brother Cain, that Shet was given to Adam as a replacement. So that's what his name means. Moving on down the line, Shet had a son, Enosh, and Enosh literally just means the man, or the mortal man. He then had a son whom he called Canaan, which literally means a possession, or the sorrow, that which you take upon yourself. Then he had a son, Mahalalel, which means the glorious God, or God wherein there is glory, or God from which comes glory. He then had a son, Yared, or Jared in the English, which literally means he descends. Then we go on to his son, Hanok, or Enoch, and his name means instructing or teaching. We come down to his son, whom he called Methuselah, which literally means his death shall bring it. Then he had a son whom he called Lamech, which means powerful, or rather the despairing. And he in turn had his son Noah, who built the ark, and his name means rest. So now we have all these names and we've translated the meanings. So let's string this into a sentence and see what we come up with. The sentence reads, humanity is allotted mortal sorrow, but the glorious God shall descend teaching. His death shall bring the despairing rest. Now, there's a reason why I really get passionate about this, and I constantly reiterate that throughout this whole book, there's only one thing. There's only one thing being made manifest, and that is this story, this word, this logos. And that logos is manifesting itself not just throughout the whole book, but throughout each section of the book, throughout each phrase of the book. Literally, each letter of the book in its place holds this entire fractal holographic story. And that's what we see here. But it's very interesting that this whole summary should be listed this way in the very first of genealogies given in this book. And guess what? It describes to a T the whole story of how humanity was made for a purpose. It came down, stepped down to a lower plane, and through that stepping down of a lower plane, literally the logos itself came down, teaching that divine logos, infiltrating the human bloodline, and bringing humanity back to a God consciousness. That's what the whole story is all about. That's what manifesting and bringing to birth utopia, I mean, that's what this is all about. That's what this story is all about. That's how it culminates. And that's what we're here to do. That's what we're doing. So stay optimistic because this story is unfolding. We literally are manifesting heaven on earth. So I don't know if you guys found that enlightening. I mean, this video was a little bit different. Normally, I just talk about a couple verses and I go into the practical, maybe current application of how to apply those verses. But, there's so much more. This is holographic. There's 7 seals to this text. So there's not just one level at which we can understand it. It's all there. And we can't, as mortal humans, we can't break those seals. But the living logos, that lamb that was slain, if that's living in you, that has the power to break those seals. And as you're reading the book, just revelation after revelation after revelation just comes forth. And not just the way that the institution has been monopolizing it for these centuries all along either. Source will teach you. Source will bring to light things that you didn't even know were there, but that literally just jump off the page at you right now, glaringly. It's literally like you're reading a completely different book, and I cover that in my other videos too. So, stay optimistic. This game really is unfolding. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next reasoning session. Joel signing out once again. Agape. Salaam. Namaste. Shalom.